Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank, our country, your bank, and Smart, bringing people together.
Live from the GBM studios in Belize City, it's Open Your Eyes. Start your morning right with your hosts, Sabrina Daly and Paul Lopez.
Good morning and welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning right.
I'm Sabrina Daly.
And I'm Paul Lopez.
And we have a wonderful show lined up this morning. Paul, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Yourself?
I'm good. I'm actually really excited right now, guys. We are live on so many different platforms, and for the very first time, I am actually live on TikTok.
Ooh.
We have a TikTok page. You would know, Paul, last year we spent a lot of fun times creating some content behind the scenes. And so right now we are live for the very first time on TikTok. Forgive me, guys, if you're tuning in there right now. I've never been live on like social media, at least not on my own.
Well, look at you expanding your social media palette and experience. So congratulations to you.
Yeah,
for that.
It's a little bit weird, but I got so excited when I saw the first person on. I mean, oh my gosh, someone's tuning in.
It's them right there you're talking to.
Let me see.
Right?
We still have 3 people on, and so I'm gonna turn this off now, just like I told them, so you guys can say hello. And we are going to shut this off. I'm gonna figure that out in just a couple seconds, and then we're gonna continue on here. But for persons who are on social media, definitely tune in to us. We love social media. We love everyone that tune in from various different platforms.
That's Open Your Eyes on TikTok. And of course, if you are live on TikTok right now, you can head on over to our Facebook page or YouTube pages, and you could continue watching the show there. Thanks for being a part of the start of the show, TikTok.
Yeah, it was cool. That was so cool.
Let's make that a daily thing.
Yeah, they're definitely challenging us, at least from the production side. And those online on social media, they got to hear a little bit of the behind the scenes chapter before we went on air.
I think that's the sell, you know. The things that they get to hear.
The real personalities just before we turn on the TV ones.
They'll tell you about it on TikTok.
They will, for sure. But here's the thing. We have some wonderful conversations lined up for you this morning, starting off with understanding why medication compliance saves lives. Also, exploring Cotinga Falls with BTIA Cayo chapter. Dara keeps Bob Marley alive through music tribute. And finally, I was asking Paul this morning, do you want it or do I get it? Because I could use it, but I know you could use it as well. Restoring balance through massage therapy. So one of us might be getting on the table this morning, Paul.
Yeah, that sounds like I'll give you that one.
We can rock, paper, scissors. Okay, I'll take it.
All right, good. All right, good. You'll take it. Excellent. So that's an excellent show lineup for this morning. But we also have conversations to jump into. 5 things you need to know. And so the first one is the BPO Association speaks on credit card fraud. Caribbean sprinters as well details credit card fraud or their credit card fraud experience. PM Prime Minister John Briceño dismisses corruption allegations as mischief. Maurice Sharps makes Forbes 50 over 50 global list. What an accomplishment. And last but certainly not least, price controls lifted on packaged sugar.
Quite a few topics to jump into. I know several of them have been created. Quite a conversation online as well, Paul. I think it's worthy to highlight the first one that you mentioned on the list, because for the better part of this week and even a bit of last week on Friday, you broke the story, an investigative piece of credit card scams taking place within the Belize process outsourcing industry or sector. Here in Belize. And we've been able to get various perspectives. We spoke to businesses that have been scammed, and you were able to, congratulations to you, even speak to to one of the persons who acquired these credit cards fraudulently. Scammers, thieves, whatever you want to call them.
She said, not say thief.
He said he doesn't know what thief.
Stole. He said, because I know force them to give me that, just give me that. So he said, say obtain.
Whatever term you decide to go with, it's fraud that took place. And you were able to also speak to that person as of 2 days ago, I believe. Last night, the latest update was that we got finally an official response from the BPO Association. We've been asking for that. On numerous occasions, we've been saying that we want to show all sides of essentially what's taking place. Isani had also alluded to it yesterday, saying that he's been getting emails as well from persons saying that it's not a balanced story. But we have been reaching out, trying to get comment from the BPO Association. And this is what they came up with. This is what they presented us with yesterday, Paul.
Yeah, so finally we hear from the association after going through all that we've gone through in terms of looking at this issue from various perspectives. We're going to spend some time in today's newscast kind of landing the plane, kind of taking a broad overview of all that we've been able to gather and putting it together to give a clear perspective and understanding of what's happening here, because it's 3 businesses that have come out. Yesterday, Caribbean Sprinters was the latest one, so they came out and they issued a statement and basically outlining their experience with the fraud and the fact that they were losing up to $5,000 a month before they were able to implement increased cybersecurity measures. And after Caribbean Sprinters came out, it got me to thinking that this is not a matter of attacking the BPO sector.
But we never said that.
Right? But people perceive it, some people perceive it to be that way, and I get it. But it's a case of who feels it, knows it. It's a case of protecting the interests of the local businessman that are businessmen and women that are not seeing the wheels of justice turn fast enough, that are not seeing the wheels of justice turn in their favor, and as a result it negatively impacts their businesses, right? And so this is about ventilating that, how slow the wheels of justice turns in instances where criminal allegations are being made, in instances where businesses have presented evidence and nothing is being done. So here comes this investigation. And it's a great way to start the year, I must add, in terms of getting our feet wet when it comes to exploring these investigative topics and diving deeper into issues so that our viewers get a clearer understanding of certain issues. Now, all, I'm sure, won't be as controversial as we move into the year. All won't be have a split view of opinions right down the middle as this one does. But it's a great tone to set to say that we in the newsroom are serious about delving deep into topics. But anyways, so the Belize, the business process outsourcing association,
yes.
They issued a statement yesterday, right? And they stress a few key things. They stress the fact that the association is against criminal activity, that criminal activity is unacceptable, and that it does not represent the industry. So they also said that the industry employs up to 20,000 Belizeans, right, and contributes roughly to $150 million US in wages to the economy. They also said that the sector operates under strict international security and compliance standards, which includes the PCI standards, to safeguard data. They said that the BPO fully supports the government and law enforcement as they investigate the recent allegations. They also emphasize that the vast majority of the BPO professionals are ethical and well trained, and that the association remains committed to improving security measures and strengthening industry best practices.
Yeah.
It was essentially a press release that paints a good picture of the industry, in my view, almost too perfect of a picture of the industry. One, the release does not deny that what we've been investigating exclusively is actually occurring. But two, the release, well, they don't deny it because there's no way they can deny it. Because it is happening. And we know for a fact, just based on our investigation, that it is happening. And they also didn't come outrightly to say that it is happening in the sector. And for us, I think that's a key part of what this release is missing. Taking some level of accountability and taking some level of ownership for exactly what we've revealed is taking place. They also don't share how they suspect this is happening, how they suspect these culprits, these scammers, are getting through or by these security measures and international standards that they boast about in their press release. They don't share any details of how they believe or how they understand that these scammers are getting by those. So here on one hand, you lift praises to international standards, but then the investigation is showing that those standards are being breached. So what do you say to that? It doesn't say anything about that. It does little to answer whether current safeguards failed. Right? Those same standards, whether those safeguards failed, and if enough was being done, and if not was, in light of this investigation, is now being done to prevent this sort of abuse from happening. So, in my view, while the press release, I get it, they're attempting to create a level of balance, but it's more aggrandizing in my view than coming out to say we are holding ourselves accountable and to task, and we perhaps failed in this area and we realize deficiencies in this area, and here is what we are going to do to ensure that this sort of criminal activity does not continue, even if it is being done by small pockets of employees within the industry.
So you would have wanted for there to be perhaps more of a specific outline that they recognize that this could be taking place, or this is taking place, because I read the press release, and I think they essentially just tried to quickly mention what the negative was and cover blanket everything else with, this is how professional we are, this is the good of what we do.
But which we know.
We know that already. We know that the BPO industry employs thousands of Belizeans. We know that it provides a great deal to our economic development.
150 million US.
We know that already. I think, though, perhaps for me, the first thing that I kind of had a side eye about is how late we were able to get this as well. Because perhaps I don't think they realize that this is an ongoing investigation, and so you started it on Friday, and every single day we've had a new update. And so I would have preferred they would put out a statement from Monday. You know, when the story aired on Friday, we got a release, or we would have gotten a release on Monday or over the weekend to quickly showcase that they see what is taking place and they are responding to it as quickly as possible. Getting it now, almost a week later, to me kind of shows that they didn't expect that it would have gone on this long. And
another thing the release does not say is how the association is holding member companies, because when you're having an association, you're made up of members, how they're holding member companies accountable if it is found that someone's surveillance system or international standards has weaknesses that exposes clients' private information, right? And so it does not say that either, how they're holding member companies accountable. And so while there are questions to be asked to the association, they've informed us that they cannot give an interview until the first week in February. So in a sense, we have to work with the press release that we have. And I end by saying that this is much bigger than looking at BPO employees and looking at weaknesses in the sector. This is about the bread and butter, the bottom line for Belizean businessmen and women, for Belizean entrepreneurs that are becoming targets. And if we allow this to fester, it will create more and more challenges within the business community, which the BPO sector is a part of, right? So it's like shooting yourself in the foot almost. And so this needs to be investigated thoroughly, which I accept that they accept, and they acknowledge that it needs to be investigated thoroughly, and they also acknowledge that they will be compliant, or they will be, so they will cooperate in the investigation. It needs to be nipped at the bud.
Here's some comments coming in from social media. We have Art Martinez saying the BPO are not doing proper screening on who they're hiring. It's not the business's fault. It's who they're hiring. You were also able to speak to someone who I think mentioned something close to that about the screening, the persons that would be hired.
I haven't heard the entirety of that interview with that former BPO employee who was essentially a part of the plan, a part of this entire scheme, if you would. He was one of the individuals that stole, obtained hundreds of card information.
Wow.
Right? He said it. He didn't say hundreds in that story we aired. He said lots. He said lot. Right? And he explained that he had to obtain so much, or it's a part of the thing is to obtain a lot because not all will work. So he explained that if you obtain 100, it might be the case that you try this card, try that card, and might only 2 work, or 3 work, or 5 work, right? And so he also explained that yes, you have call centers that hire people, because he said that he has essentially worked for every single call center I could name. He has to work for them, but it's only at the last call center job that he had that this bright idea came to him about this whole credit card.
So that was an idea that he came up with, or did he learn that other persons were already doing it before him?
How he came up with it is, according to his explanation, he said that one day they were ordering food, and a good friend of his said, "Hey, don't worry about it. I will use my girlfriend credit card." Then time there, he explained that it was in fact a legitimate credit card, right? Somebody's girlfriend credit card from a local bank. And that's when it dawned on him that, hey, then people accept credit card on the app, and the response was in the affirmative. And so in realizing, according to him, that you could order food on the app with a credit card, you could order tickets on Quick Pass with a credit card, you could order boat tickets on Caribbean Sprinters app with a credit card, that's when it dawned on him and his eyes opened to the new possibilities that existed around him. And so that's when he began perpetuating this crime and stealing people's credit card information. Simply, he said that it was idleness. It began as idleness, and he said it remained for him and his friends as an idle sort of practice.
Yeah.
And
but
an
his
idle
friends
pursuit.
would have started to do it as well, right?
Well, he stayed short of implicating his friends.
Okay.
Even though we spoke to him anonymously, he essentially said that while his friends benefited from food and drinks and all kind of things, while his friends benefited, he was the mastermind. He was the leader in this entire thing, at least where his company was concerned. And then he also spoke about how people are making a business out of it by buying food and buying different things and reselling them at a cheaper rate or charging people a fee to. So, and another interesting thing he said that we'll probably use tonight is that they oftentimes prey on the most vulnerable.
Yeah.
Which are in most cases the elderly, right? Because what he explained is that elderly people oftentimes take a while to check their emails, to see what sort of charges are on their credit card, or to check their text messages. And he said those cards you could use for a longer period of time because it is usually not until a child or a grandchild comes around and goes through their elderly relative's phone that they then say, wait, what's up with this charge? Why are you getting a charge or so many charges from Belize? That action is taken. He also felt a level of remorse, not to try to humanize a criminal act too much, but he regretted what he did. He understood the impact to the local business community when they rob and steal of hard-earned services and food and all of this stuff. And he also regretted doing it to his company as well, explaining that this BPO company he worked for was good to him, right? And that he didn't have to go down this path, but just out of idleness, he said, he went down this path.
I mean, I have to say kudos to you and to the entire efforts behind the scenes to be able to get this comment from the person who would have been involved in the actual scheme. I've been seeing comments online, and I want to reinforce the very same thing that you said. I think you know, it's a hard conversation to have, especially when we recognize how many people are a part of this industry, tens of thousands of people. But the goal here is not to stigmatize an entire industry. We recognize that there are people who have been working in the BPO industry for many, many decades, have created careers out of this, and you can do that. But we also have to ensure that transparency is met as well. That is critical to any type of investigation. We want to see all persons be as transparent as possible. That is the reason why we've been asking for the association to come forward and share a comment on it. And we still encourage people to share their opinions in the comment section. If you have been working in the BPO sector for a long time, or if you have started recently working there, how do you see the BPO industry? Do you see it as having more ethical people working there? Have you heard behind the scenes that there are people who are involved in these types of schemes? You know, share your personal perspective, because we do welcome all sides.
Yeah, so we're going over to another interesting development.
And we have to make it quick because we have about 5 minutes.
Exciting development, if you would. Yesterday, it was announced that Marie Sharp, our very own, made the Forbes 50 over 50 global list. This is a huge deal, Sabrina. Yesterday I went and I tried to do some research to understand what's this list, because when you hear about Forbes, you think about billionaires and you think about people who own private jet and people who own mansions. Well, the Forbes, based on a little research I did, the Forbes 50 by 50 global list is an annual list that honors women who achieved significant professional success and impact even after the age of 50. I think Mrs. Marie Sharp is in her 80s.
I believe so.
Yeah, so that's what we reported yesterday. So this was launched in 2021, And how the selection process works is that the honorees are chosen through a vetting process, right? That includes public nominations, journalist reporting, and judging by a panel of peers. So yes, Miss Marie Sharp is 85 years old, and she is titled on this list as the Belizean hot sauce mogul. That's how Forbes refers to her.
We do see her as a mogul here.
Exactly, Belizean hot sauce moguls. And so we have some recognizable names and other prominent people that have made this list as well. Do you know about somebody named Halle Berry?
Yes.
Yeah, man. We Marie Sharp, they're right there next to
For
Halle.
lifestyle.
Yeah, they're right there next to Halle Berry on this list. We also see where different people like there's the Prime Minister of the Democratic Republic of Congo is also there on that list. So what I'm saying is that this is a big deal. These are prominent people in our society, in our global space, and it's a huge win for Belize, for a small nation like Belize, and it is testament to the work that Marie Sharp and her team, which she congratulated, and her family, which she also acknowledged in that interview that we did with her yesterday.
Exciting times. Of course, this recognition for her is a huge deal, but I think for Belize as well, we also carry that pride. And I know I can't find a person who does not love Marie Sharp.
That
or at least
day.
A product from it. It doesn't even have to be the hot sauce. There's jams. There's so many other things.
I don't think there's a day I go without eating or having some Marie Sharp.
I agree. We have it here in the office. We have people who are designated pepper holders.
Yeah,
and
your purse.
Usually a Marie Sharp. I'll tell you.
Right. All they need to do now to kind of diversify is get into the pepper spray industry.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know? And you might actually.
Do you have a
see
favorite
something
type? Because there are several different heat levels.
I don't go for type. I go for heat levels.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
So if anything above or anything from 3 and up, I go for.
So
right?
I know like one of the hottest one is like the Red Hornet.
Oh yeah, I kind of stay below that.
Okay.
Yeah. That one is a little
I
bit
remember
too
the
spicy
first
for
time
me.
I had that, like I did not. I told my brother, "Oh yes, man, just put my pepper on."
Yeah.
Like
Ooh,
I couldn't even eat my food.
Not
It
do
was
that. Not
so
do that to
hot.
yourself. So we have Marie Sharp on set with us tomorrow for What the Friday. This is really a What the Friday interview because this recognition is like what the heck,
Yeah, I
right?
know.
And so this is a good
Have you
What
ever
the
met
Friday.
her in person?
I have never met her in person.
I'm scared I might be too much of a fan girl. I am so excited.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
But I'm looking forward to that spicy conversation.
Absolutely. Well, that does it for some of the things we think you should know before you leave your homes this morning. Thank you for contributing to the conversations in the comments section. If you have any further thoughts, you can continue to comment. At this point, though, we do got to jump into our weather update from the folks at the National Meteorological Service. Here's our eye on the weather. All right, today's weather forecast calls for cloudy at times with a few showers, mainly over the north and also over some inland areas this afternoon. Tonight, showers will decrease and become isolated. In terms of temperatures, coastal areas will be experiencing highs of 80 degrees Fahrenheit, then dropping to lows of 74. Inland, you can expect very similar, highs of 84, then dropping to 68. In the hills, highs of 72, then dropping to quite a chilly 63 degrees Fahrenheit. The extended forecast is as follows. The extended forecast. On Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday for inland and coastal areas, you can expect highs of 83 and 86, dropping to lows of 74 and 68. On Saturday and Sunday, the weekend, this is what you can expect. Highs of 85 and 88 as well on Sunday, then dropping to lows of 76 and 70 for Saturday, 76 and 72. Quite a small difference on Sunday. Then on Monday, highs of 82 and 86, dropping to lows of 84 and 80. Excuse me. Our astronomical forecast: the sun rose this morning at 6:26 a.m. and it's set to set at 5:42 p.m. The moon rise will take place at 9:03 a.m. and will set at 9:18 p.m. The sea state is choppy with winds blowing from the northeast at 5 to 15 knots. Today's low tide will take place at 6:35 a.m. and a high tide at 12:33 p.m. However, another low tide today will take place at 6:32 p.m. and then tomorrow another high tide at 12:31 a.m. And that does it for our Eye on the Weather, brought to you by the folks from the National Meteorological Service. Paul, back to you.
Excellent, Sabrina. When we come back, we're going to take a break right now. And when we come back, we switch things over to a conversation about understanding why medication compliance saves lives.
We at Fulltech Systems understand that technology isn't just a tool, it's a game changer. At home, smart devices and AI are revolutionizing daily life. In education, tech is making learning more interactive and accessible for students and educators alike. For businesses and government, it's driving innovation, streamlining operations, and unlocking growth, leveraging tech for better services, infrastructure, and security. At Fulltech Systems, we help you thrive with cutting-edge solutions, partnering with leaders like Dell, HP, Microsoft, APC, Fortinet, Cisco, and Tomy. We deliver the right products for your needs, whether it's boosting efficiency, improving customer engagement, or scaling operations. Connect with us and let's drive innovation together. Fulltech Systems, your technology center, where you come for the price, but stay for the service.
In the heart of the Cayo district, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easier for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
Maras me, my data that I really need to get my Dara out today.
Really? Well, you can join our Smart Group plan.
Really? How that works?
Easy, let me tell you.
Whether it's family, friends, or your small business, we've got the perfect plan for every group. More members equals more savings, more connections. Smart Group plans bring the connectivity you love to you and your circle. No one gets left behind. Explore Share One package option and add on unlimited data, calls, and SMS for the entire group for less than $50 per member. Visit any Smart showroom countrywide or email sales@speednet-wireless.com to sign up today. Smart, bringing people together.
We all know the importance of running water and proper drainage in your home. That's why we rely on a fully functional plumbing system. At Benny's, we have all the plumbing supplies and accessories you need. Our pipes, fittings, valves, and adapters are made from durable quality materials. Remember to wash your hands with clean running water from your faucet. We have kitchen and bathroom faucets in various styles and finishes. Whether for installation or maintenance, make sure to use recommended PVC cleaner, solvent, and Teflon tape to fix or prevent leaks. We also have the tools to get the job done. For all your residential, commercial, or industrial plumbing needs, shop at Benny's. Quality and savings.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
In the heart of the Cayo district, Cayo Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Cayo Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easy for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Cayo Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
Welcome back. We are having our first conversation, and it's all about understanding why medication compliance saves lives. Now, this is quite an interesting one. We've already been chuckling behind the scenes, admitting our faults. But here to guide us through this conversation is Beverly Coleman. She's the acting pharmacy manager representing the KHMH. And with her is Stacy Flores. She's also a pharmacist representing KHMH. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. Season's greetings and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Many happy returns, and thank you for having us.
Of course.
It's always a pleasure. Now, when we think of medication compliance, there's so many areas that you could take this conversation. Hopefully, we do as much as we can in the time frame that we have. So let's begin there. What is medication compliance? Complying with medication or prescription or whatever we want to call it this morning.
Stacey, you could go ahead.
So, when it comes to medication compliance, it means the patient adhering to taking the medication as prescribed.
Okay.
All right. Basically, if the doctor says takes it every 8 hours for 7 days, you take it as is. For example, if it's antibiotics, don't stop taking antibiotic because you're feeling better. Within 3 days, take it for the complete treatment because you have something what you call resistance. Meaning, if you get sick again and they give you the same antibiotic or something like that, you won't work again. You would need something probably stronger. And that's for the same reason why we would advise that patients don't go and buy antibiotics over the counter.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, because when you come to the hospital, then you become resistant to the antibiotic, and then you have to go to like the highest and more expensive drugs.
We were having a antibiotic conversation just the other day here on set.
Okay.
In following up, how do pharmacists go about determining how much hours should pass before you take another dosage, right? When I look at prescriptions, to me it seems like you all have a preferred set of numbers, right? It's either 1 day or 6 to 8 hours, or to me that then the average time where you have recommendation to take additional doses. How do you go about determining hours?
Who came up with that?
We were not the ones who came up with that. You have to remember that these drug companies spend millions of dollars investigating, doing trials, and they are the ones who, after all the years before a drug hits the market, all the research has been done, and it has been determined that those are the times that that particular medication will work. So we are not the ones who determine how many hours and, or how many days you're supposed to take it. What we at Carl Hughesna practice, though, is if you ever get medications from us, we will never tell you, or hardly ever tell you, to take two times a day or 3 times a day or 4 times a day.
When would you recommend?
We specify in hours. Simply because if I tell you to take 1 tablet 2 times daily, when you get up in the morning, you can, when you're having breakfast, you can take the first tablet. When you're having lunch, you say, oh, I have another tablet due, and you take it. That's 2 times a day.
And that's it.
But 2 times a day, the day, remember, has 24 hours. 2 times a day is every 12 hours. 3 times a day is every 8 hours. 4 times a day is every 6 hours. So at KHMH, the Marisol G. Melado Pharmacy, we don't dispense medication in terms of times a day. We dispense in terms of every so many hours.
How important is it that you take these medications at the recommended hourly time gap? Because I will admit, depending on how my headache feel, I might pop a next one before 4 hours pass or before 6 hours pass. I might say, okay, you need a extra one.
Yes, but then what you don't realize is that these medications, if we say every 4 hours or every 6 hours, when you take it 4 to 6 hours after, it is then coming off its plateau and you take another one. Now, if you take before the prescribed time, you are leading up to what we would call toxicity, because all the medication has not come out as yet.
What's toxicity? That sounds kind of dangerous.
Toxicity is simply when you have too much of the medication in your system. So it is very important that you follow, what we guide and what we see, It's just a buildup of medication. You can have alcohol toxicity. You can have water. You can drink. There is actually a thing of drinking too much water. Right? So it is very important. And I always tell people, not only my patients, I always tell people, read labels. And it does not only go for medications, everything, food, anything that you purchase, read labels.
I just want to continue along this path and finish what I wanted to ask. So would there be certain side effects if you have a particular medication toxicity? Say I go and take too much Tylenol to try to kill my migraine, or too much. We were just admitting earlier, guys, about that cough medicine issue. You get your liquid cough medicine, and that cough just won't leave. So instead of putting it in a cap,
you just take it straight from the
and in some cases finish the whole bottle in 1 day, right?
Right, exactly.
And especially if the cough medicine is really nice. Yes. But it is important because a lot of you have to remember that a lot of the cough medicines don't actually have one ingredient in it. There are multiple ingredients. So even more so, why you should follow the guide, the medication guide that we provide. And that is why in our field, patient counseling is so important, because we have to drive home the fact of things like these issues, why patients should follow the guidelines that we provide.
Can it actually be counterproductive then to your recovery process if you don't take the medication as prescribed. So this medication that's here to help you might actually be more detrimental to you when you sit back and think of it.
Yes. Well, I wanted to add to in terms of the same topic. When it comes to you taking a medication, what we learned in school, we had at the time ADME, meaning like when you take a medication, it's administered. So you have to think about it being absorbed, all of that. And then, because I said ADME metabolized, so you know it's metabolized sometimes in the liver, for example, Tylenol. And for example, if you take too much of the Tylenol could damage your liver, right? And you have, so ADME, absorption, metabolism, and you have distribution. So it's being distributed into your body. And after that, it's being excreted. So taking too much of it, it could have a buildup in your kidneys as well, and it not excreted properly in your urine or in your feces. So all of that, when we're dispensing, that's, you know, what we learn is in our mind. And sometimes we are not explaining all of that to the patient, but we're trying to get as detailed as explained here. If you don't take this, this is what will happen, and you know the seriousness of it, right?
So administering, metabolizing, distribution, and excretion.
With the ADME, you have absorption as well, because when you know you take it, it's being absorbed into your body and all of that.
So when you think about what's taking place in the metabolizing process, does that take place for every single medication? Does the body have to process? And is it that different organs process ways?
So for example, like at KHMH, we have renal patients. So for example, if it's being excreted in the body, some medications, when we as normal people thinking that, you know, our body is normal, we take it every 8 hours. Someone who does not have a, you know, normal liver kidney function, they would probably have to take it once a day because it takes longer in their body to be excreted. You know, so it's all of that we have to consider when we're working at KHMH.
How do you all determine how much dosage or how much pills or how much medicine or products you'll provide to a patient that is ill and needing some sort of medicine or medication?
That goes from the prescription that we receive from the doctors, and they decide if they want it for a week, 10 days, 2 weeks, a month. You know, they decide. So then it's a simple process. If you're supposed to take it every 12 hours for 1 week, every 12 hours is 2 times a day. 1 week is 7 days. So we are going to dispense 14 tablets for that day, for that prescription. If it's a liquid, if it's a teaspoon is 5 mLs, 5 milliliters. A tablespoon is 15 milliliters. And so it's the same math process that we go through.
There's different numbers.
Yes.
And when you give a prescription for a period, we made mention of it a bit earlier, but we didn't go deep into it. Why is it important to follow through the entirety of the prescription period versus stopping at some point because you say, I feel better, man. I just put that aside and you know what?
Oh, save it for,
the next go wrong, right? But I'll put it aside.
Or if Paul show up with a similar symptom, instead of him go get the prescription, I will be the pharmacist.
And we love to share medications. We live in a culture where we love to share medications.
That's true.
But it's very dangerous because I could be hypertensive and you could be hypertensive, but we take 2 completely different medications because all of our bodies are different. So you go to the doctor runs tests, the different diagnostic and laboratory tests, and then the doctor decides which one they think is suitable for you, for your condition, and prescribes. I am completely different. So what works for me might not necessarily work for you. And so that is another point that what we always try to leave with our patients. Do not share medications.
How about those persons who, one, very much like Paul said, don't go and complete the prescription, and then they hold it on in their little medicine drawer, and then they have this entire pharmaceutical line up there.
Correct.
Some of them expired, some of them probably not, and they pull it out when they remember the symptoms that they had the last time. There are people who hold on to medication, maybe they don't share it, but they use it for themselves again the next time around. What advice do you have for them on that?
Well, in the case of, I'm going to say antibiotics because that is what we brought up before. As Stacey mentioned before, it leads to resistance. And that is a global concern right now where the World Health Organization has launched a campaign for antimicrobial resistance.
Yes.
So it's a global problem. In the case of other medications, like for example, your antihypertensives, your antidiabetics, you may take it when you're not feeling well. People can tell you when their pressure is high, when their sugar is high, when their sugar is low. The reason that we take these medications is to correct these issues. Not because we are not experiencing the symptoms means that the condition has gone away. And stopping the medication can cause more harm because there are reasons that they call them the silent killers. We don't know what is happening inside our bodies when we don't take the medications. And a common misconception is, oh, I feel good, so I don't need to take the medication today. But you're feeling good because the medication is working.
Yes. So that, you the mash on a lot of can right now, you know, Miss Bev. I'm telling you, because I have a lot of loved ones who are hypertensive, are diabetic, and they have to take their medication. And I have an uncle probably tuning in right now where I talk to regularly will say, you know, Sabi, I did take this medication for my diabetes and I feel so good I come off of it.
Yes, yes.
And he shouldn't be doing that, you know, like many other persons.
My mother used to do it. And when I asked her why you stopped taking your medication, she said, well, nobody told me that I should continue taking it, you know. But then we really don't know. They're called silent killers for a reason. I do not miss a tablet. I do not miss a dose when I'm prescribed something.
What recommendation do you have for people that lives busy lives but wants to take their medication on time, but it's a bit challenging to perhaps remember to take it? You're just going about your day, and before you know it, the day is over and you realize you haven't taken your dosage. What recommendation do you have?
We try to tell people to time it, put it along with something that you always do. If it's at bedtime, put it right at your bedside table. We all have phones. We can set alarms on our phones now where, you know, to give us that, you know, that jog our memories to, you know, take your medication. People set alarms on their phones to drink water. You know, because like me, I find it very difficult. I work in an area that has air conditioning and I am always cold. So it's very difficult for me to drink water. So I set alarms on my phone to jog my memory to get up and drink water.
Is it necessary to follow up with your doctor after the duration period to perhaps give a check-in and say, hey, the duration is over and this is how I feel now, I'm improved or I'm not doing well?
At KHMH, what KHMH does for especially our patients who are being discharged, they advise that you at least come within 2 weeks, you know, to make sure that everything is working. You wouldn't have to change your medication. And I would advise just the same, like, you know, patients out there who are not KHMH, you know, if you're at that doctor and you just follow up to make sure that everything is okay, you know. You follow the same procedure as well. But at KHMH, it's like a strict policy that we do that. You're being discharged, you make an appointment date, you come back, you know, to make sure that, you know, after you leave, everything is working properly, right?
And your doctor sometimes will tell you, depending on what condition you have, your doctor will tell you, well, I would like to see you in 3 months' time.
Right.
You know, and as Stacey said, you make an appointment. At the pharmacy, we dispense medications a month at a time. That is one way how we try to keep a check of, you know, on adherence. Because sometimes you're prescribed multiple medications, and when you come for a refill, some patients tell us, I don't need this one, I only need the next two, and then right away we know that you're not taking it the way you're supposed to, you know, because we dispense for a month at a time when you're a regular clinic patient. So.
Yes. All right. Well, this has been quite an insightful conversation. I know that a lot of people, if they did not know of some of these rules that they should be following, now they know. And for others, perhaps it's just reinforcing what they should already know. As we wrap up the conversation, do you have any final thoughts you'd like to share?
Well, first of all, thank you for the opportunity for having us. And we like to, whenever we are given these opportunities, we jump at the chance because we like to showcase what we do. A lot of people think that we just sit behind counters and we just count pills. But it is so much more than that, right? Really? And so when we're taking what people talk, you know, think, oh, there are people just they talk back then and then they take long. It's because a lot goes into the process of actually filling that medication, that prescription. And I would like to just mention here that we have laws that govern pharmacy in Belize. And if unfortunately something happens to a patient and they can trace that it was because of medication, the pharmacist is the person who is held liable and not the doctor. Because we are the experts in pharmaceuticals.
Right.
So sometimes when we get a prescription, we have to call the doctor to verify the dosage, why you're dosing it like this, because this is not the way it is usually dosed, you know, and we're expecting that you're going to give us justifications for, and we reserve the right to refuse to fill a prescription if we're not comfortable with what is written there.
Nice.
All right. Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate the time, and we hope to have you guys back very soon.
Oh, we will be back.
Great. We welcome it.
Thank you so much.
Before we leave, though, I want to engage you guys in our motivational quote this morning. It goes like this: the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Again, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. And that comes from Mahatma Gandhi.
Nice.
Beautiful. We take another quick break, but don't go anywhere. Our next conversation is exploring Cotinga Falls with BTIA Cayo chapter.
Alright, when the one fun day on, the window open and the light may turn off. It look like you listen to me, Jamie.
Not only that, I even get a new coffee mug where keep my coffee hot all day.
I'm impressed. You don't look like you're so hard here.
Better than that, BL can change my meter to one of their new smart meter, they call it the AMI.
Oh, I hear about it on TV from BL. How do you know?
Yes, man, they don't reach the man better to change it right now. Let's go check it out.
Hey guys, I'm almost done here.
So that when you reach my area?
We're upgrading meters across Belize, house by house, business by business. Always look out for BL logo, uniforms, and IDs. BL will make you know when we're in the area. The EMI meter rollout is a part of BL strategy to modernize our energy services.
You don't need to come in at my house, right?
Come in at your house, boss, only if you got something good for you.
BEL, bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Maras me, my data don't, and I really need to get my ARA out today.
Really?
Well, you can join our Smart Group plan.
Really? How that works?
Easy, let me tell you.
Whether it's family, friends, or your small business, we've got the perfect plan for every group. More members equals more savings, more connections. Smart group plans bring the connectivity you love to you and your circle. No one gets left behind. Explore Share One package option and add on unlimited data, calls, and SMS for the entire group for less than $50 per member. Visit any Smart showroom countrywide or email sales@speednet-wireless.com to sign up today. Smart, bringing people together.
Need to submit your sickness benefit claim online and have a physical medical certificate? Here's how you can do it. First, go to ssbportal.org.bz and log into your My Social Security account. Next, on your dashboard, click Benefits and choose Forms. Review the requirements, then click Continue to proceed. Click Apply under Sickness Benefit to start your claim. Review and confirm your banking information. If it is not correct, select No and follow the steps to update your banking details. If your banking information is correct, select Yes. Next, if your illness is not related to an injury at work, select No and proceed to upload your medical certificate. Select your claim period and confirm your employer details. Read the declarations and click each to agree. Click Submit and you're done. A confirmation email will be sent to you. Your employer will also receive an email with your claim details and a request for your salary information. If needed, submit your sickness benefit claim online and receive real-time status updates.
In the heart of the Cayo district, Cayo Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Cayo Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easier for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Cayo Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we're powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
We are having our second conversation, and it's all about exploring Cotinga Falls with BTIA Cayo chapter. Now, this will be a virtual conversation, and so we are joined by two representatives of the BTIA Cayo chapter. Joining us is Nigel Richard, he's the chairman. Also joining us is Hazel Tuch, she's the secretary of the BTIA Cayo chapter. And we also have here with us virtually Abdan Zib. He's the secretary of the board at Itsamna Society. Guys, thank you so much for joining us and welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you
for having us. Yes. Good morning. So I'm from the Cayo district, but I don't know that I've heard of Cotinga Falls, or that, well, I'm sure I've never visited. So give me an idea first of all, where is Cotinga Falls located and what's the attraction there?
All right, sure. Let me make a small correction. It's actually Cotinga.
Cotinga.
Oh yeah, now we did pronounce it wrong.
It's our mind. We're putting that in there. Cotinga.
Yeah, it's Cotinga, correct. No, you're
Yeah,
right.
so Cotinga Falls is located in the Elijo Panther National Park, and geographically,
Where's
this
the
park
Elijo? Where's the
overlaps with Mountain Pine Ridge, right? So it's adjacent to the Mountain Pine Ridge Forest
there you go.
Reserve, which I believe everybody knows. If you're a true Belizean, you'll know Mountain Pine Ridge. If not, you need to get to know it.
Right.
But Cotinga Falls is an attraction that's being made available to tour operators and nature lovers alike. It's a very scenic waterfall in the hilly landscape, and we're doing a hike. We're organizing a hike mostly with locals in Cayo to create awareness of this. So the hike is through mostly pine forest savanna, a hilly landscape, and it's a pretty scenic route. But for nature lovers, especially for birders, it's quite a nice location. It's a birder's paradise, isolated from other popular attractions, right?
So I actually am so excited about this. I saw the flyer go up for
There's
it,
a flyer,
and I know that it's set to attract a lot of people. If you're just into walking a lot, I think it's going to be a really cool experience. But I was curious of the purpose behind it. Aside from just bringing people who love the nature exploring, vibe, is there a fundraising effort behind this?
Yes, actually, yes, it is. The main cause is to raise funds for the Cayo Tour Guide Association. They have expressed an interest in acquiring emergency equipment, for emergencies that may arise in our area, and it's for the entire public to benefit from. So it's a collaborative effort between us and the Samna Society to raise funds for that. Of course, it's spurring economic activity. We're hiring food vendors. We're also hiring the local bus company. We generate revenues for the national park as well in the form of entrance fees. And I like to say that the tour has been officially booked out.
I could imagine, yes. It sounds like a big deal, and I want to encourage you guys, because I'm not able to make this first one, but please have more. Just that idea alone, I think it's going to bring out a lot of people who just want that experience.
Hazel, perhaps we could bring you into the conversation, and you can talk a bit about what participants will experience for those curious minds that may not be participating this time around, but are interested for the next time, including what's the level of difficulty and some of the challenges along the way.
Well, thank you so much. The level of difficulty, I would say it's 3.5 out of 5. And well, in terms of, safety, we are going to have tour guides, experienced hikers on the trail. We're going to be having rangers, individuals that are trained in first aid. So for sure, you're going to be safe out there. It's 1 hour and 45 minutes going, and then 1 hour 45 minute coming.
Nice.
Walking?
Yes,
or
and
walking.
All walking. 1 hour and 45 minutes of walking.
Yes.
Ooh. Yeah.
You won't even feel it.
You could go ahead. You could continue. Sorry to interrupt.
It's okay. So we're going to be having children ages 8 to 12. That's the minimum age, 8. And then people that join in groups or duo, it would be 6 to 5. That's their discount. And then if it's a solo person, then it's 75.
Have you been to the fall before?
No, I haven't.
Will you be on this trip?
I will.
All right, so this will be your first experience as well.
Well, I want to get Abden in the conversation. As we mentioned, he's the secretary of the board at Itsamna Society. Abner, can you talk about what your involvement in this initiative is, and of course, how you guys are contributing?
Thank you for the invitation to Nigel and to open your eyes. Okay, so my role in this entire thing is basically planning along with the rangers and to, of course, to make sure that everyone is safe and to make sure that we provide the correct information. We're kind of excited for this day because apart from Itsamna Society and the Elijo Panther National Park within the Site of the Year 2025 with BTB, I can say that there is a lot of attractions that actually encompass what is the Elijo Panther National Park. We have the Cotinga Falls, which is something that's even also City has visited on an ATV with Wanamco. And also we have had several, I can say, undercover celebrities that have visited the national park. And also we have the Offering Cave, which we are liaising with the with Niche to actually get licenses for the co-management of that cave. So it's one of the largest caves in Belize as well, and we want to also invite people to visit that as soon as we get the licenses. And also, it's a really hotspot for birding because we have over 275 species of birds. Including the lovely Cotinga, which actually lives in the area of the Cotinga Falls, and thus the name. And also, there is a lot of raptors, several, even the king vultures nest in that area. So we have several attractions that nature lovers will definitely enjoy that day.
What can you tell us about Cotinga Falls? What makes it an attractive destination?
Okay, so the best way to explain this is that Cotinga Falls actually is one of the most I can say, the most accessible waterfalls because we can literally just walk like an hour and a half, just easy walking.
1 hour and a half, nothing much.
Mostly flat terrain, and also watching the birds, and even like if you encounter a jaguar on the road, well, you're lucky. so like just the accessibility of it actually makes it very, very easy.
Yeah, and then when you get there, do you walk up to a fall with a body of water below it? Sorry, I'm just thinking about where I want to be and where I'm not right now.
Can you go in the water?
Yeah. Yes, actually, the reason why we're going is that it can actually host about like 50 to 100 people in the water at one time. It has a pretty large pool, and also it has like I can say 3 layers of pools. And also the waterfall itself is very attractive, especially in the morning with the nice light hitting it from the side. I'm a photographer, so I love the light in the morning there. And also the other thing that you can enjoy is that the trails actually, you have like you can go upstream and find some small pools as well.
Yeah. It sounds like that water might be really, really cold too, I think. Talk about the logistics for persons who have already purchased their tickets, how it's going to be set up, what time they get there, and what's going to follow.
Yeah, I think that's question is to
Mr. Richard.
Richard.
Yeah, good morning again. So we're going to be meeting up at the San Ignacio Welcome Center at 6 a.m. where the buses will meet the participants. We're going to get into our buses, head up to the turnoff at Cotinga Falls in Pine Ridge. Once we arrive there, before we take off, we're going to be doing a briefing so everybody is aware as to how the hike will be conducted and how the volunteers will be split into groups and how we're separating them into groups. And then we continue up to the site. Once we get there, we'll give people a chance to refresh themselves, have a swim, take pictures. We anticipate to be there for at least 2 hours so folks can enjoy the environment. And then we head back to the starting point and proceed to San Antonio Village, where we're going to be having lunch at the community center. Yes. And after that, we come home. So it's a early start, but it ends a little after midday.
And I know that there's a fee that's associated with this. Can you share what that fee was and what it includes in it?
Yeah. So for individual hikers, the charge was $75 Belize, and if you come in peers or in a group, it's 65. So that includes the transportation, entrance fee to the park, a small snack, your guided activity, and the lunch.
Okay.
Given that this trip is already sold out, are there talks, perhaps, or plans in the pipeline for another trip, depending on how this one goes?
Yes, we're hoping to do a quarterly event. So it may not be to the same falls. We would hope to do a repeat to the same site. But like Abdul mentioned, there are other attractions in the park that we'd like to create awareness to, like the Sapodilla Falls. It's very beautiful. It's kind of comparable to a Big Rock Waterfall, which you may be familiar with. It's on most of the BTB promotional material. So that one is pretty similar to Big Rock, but it's a more extensive hike behind San Antonio community. Because we do a lot of work with the community up there because they are sort of the cultural hub for Cayo, and they have a lot to offer. So we want to create more and more awareness, but of course we want to make it, we want to do best practices along the way. We want to be as sustainable as possible. So in our briefing, we educate our participants on how every single item will be managed that is consumed, whether it's a banana, whether it's water, the disposal of any waste product. We want to have people get into the concept of being responsible travelers, right? So oftentimes you see somebody going around, collecting garbage and so on and so forth. No, we're trying to get people to be responsible, and whatever you take in, you take out. It's not to sound very strict or anything, but we just like to get people into that practice because we've had situations at other sites where, a lot of people would come to visit and they would litter, and we really need to break that culture. Yeah. The people, from what I'm seeing, the participants so far, they're mostly people from our community. We know them, they're nature lovers.
Good.
I can vouch for them, they're not like that. But
Good.
we would like, I would like to say that they are an exemplary group of people, the ones that are coming. Awesome people, they really love nature, and they're all excited because none of them have been to this site. Hence the reason, Mr. Abdon and his rangers are going to be along the way. They're the ones that are most familiar with the topography and the landscape, and they're the ones pretty much leading the execution of the tour on the ground.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you all for coming on and sharing the information about this exciting experience. And while we now know that it is sold out, hopefully we can have you on ahead of time for the next one, so we can get some of our viewers who may be interested or are now interested to sign up for the next trip. But all the best. The trip is on Sunday, so that's this weekend. All the best and safe hiking to you and your team.
Thank you. Can I say something before we leave?
Yes, go right ahead.
Thank you. We are also open to recommendations from our local or people in town. So if you have any recommendations to BTIA about maybe what activities we could host, we are willing to take that in. And then we're also open to members. You can sign up as a BTIA member at www.btia.org/join-BTIA/.
All right.
Excellent.
Well, this has been a wonderful conversation, and we wish you guys all the best on Sunday.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we take another quick break, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, we have more conversations to look forward to.
That's me. My data and I really need to get my Dara out today.
Really? Well, you can join our Smart Group plan.
Really? How that works?
Easy, let me tell you.
Whether it's family, friends, or your small business, we've got the perfect plan for every group. More members equals more savings, more connections. Smart group plans bring the connectivity you love to you and your circle. No one gets left behind. Explore Share One package option and add on unlimited data, calls, and SMS for the entire group for less than $50 per member. Visit any Smart showroom countrywide or email sales@speednet-wireless.com to sign up today. Smart, bringing people together.
We at Fulltech Systems understand that technology isn't just a tool, it's a game changer. At home, smart devices and AI are revolutionizing daily life. In education, tech is making learning more interactive and accessible for students and educators alike. For businesses and government, it's driving innovation, streamlining operations, and unlocking growth, leveraging tech for better services, infrastructure, and security. At Full-Tech Systems, we help you thrive with cutting-edge solutions, partnering with leaders like Dell, HP, Microsoft, APC, Fortinet, Cisco, and Tomy. We deliver the right products for your needs, whether it's boosting efficiency, improving customer engagement, or scaling operations. Connect with us and let's drive innovation together. Full-Tech Systems, your technology center, where you come for the price, but stay for the service.
In the heart of the Cayo district, Cayo Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Cayo Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easy for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Cayo Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
The vibes are nice over this side, and we are jumping into our third conversation. It's all about keeping Bob Marley alive through music tribute. We are joined this morning by no stranger to you guys. Mr. Dara Robinson is in the house, and he's the founder of Dara Cyber Home Theater. Good morning, Mr. Dara. Thank you so much for joining us as always, and season's greetings.
Blessed morning, same to you guys. All the best for the new years, you know?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, I know that you are known to have several tributes throughout the year, but perhaps your biggest of them all is the Bob Marley tribute. It's hard to find someone who has not appreciated Bob Marley's music and still do appreciate his music. And so let's jump into the purpose of highlighting Bob Marley. I know this is one of your favorite artists of all time. Let's talk about that idea.
Well, it's actually 22 years we doing the tribute to Bob Marley, and for me, that's my first person I ever decide to pay a tribute to. I have to give respect to Homie Gill. Then guys used to do it in the past, and then afterwards he died off, and I said no, because I'm not just into Bob Marley, for say Bob Marley and reggae
and music,
ganja and all these things. Bob Marley, when I was a youth, I used to have one guy, Kelly, had some tape where show being, I forgot some VHS tape, and I had to watch Bob Marley documentary and things like that, and just something touched me about how he talk and how he live and things.
So his message.
Yeah, and I basically grew up in at that time when the Crips and Blood and, you know, gang banging and thing, and I was around then thing there when I decided to just take on one different side of my life. And I have to say, Bob Marley message, music and thing really does help me, you know, and I keep that. So I say, paying tribute to Bob Marley for me that more than just, like I say, just the music, the way how he lived, the example, the message, and to that day, I don't care who come great. No other reggae artist to me will ever, for me, outdo Bob Marley.
Yeah. I'm so glad that you actually made that connection, Mr. Dara, because I could see that his message lives in the way that you live your life as well, and the way that you try to give back to your community. You guys would know that Mr. Dara has his own feeding program, and he has several different projects that he would put on throughout the year to contribute to a feeding program that allows several children in his community and even outside of his community to be able to eat food at their school.
And basically, I do a lot of other things, but I'm a type person, and my wife tell me sometimes when you give things, you should take a picture, and I tell her, I know they run for politics, so I just give, but there is a lot of things behind the scene I do, otherwise with family. And once you come to me for food, I want to give food, but I know, you can't come ask for money, because that I don't have, but I try help what I could help in the community. And
how long have you been doing that, though? That aspect of who you are, the feeding
people
program?
know me because of feeding program, but long before I ever do feeding program, I've been dealing with the community. It's just that I saw that problem that still was affecting kids, and I said I want to take my life and my time to bring it to the highlight so the government and everybody could get on board. And I must say, it paid off a lot, because I see now where people really get active into it. The government, you know, they deal with the program and try to make sure kids eat. And I just continue to champion it. But again, I live my life as somebody who always give back to the community, you know.
Well, tell me about the Bob Marley tribute and the details of it. How will this event contribute to your feeding program? I understand there's also a raffle involved.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's going like 10 or 12 years I didn't do Bob Marley tribute, and they call it the north side, you know, on the south side, on the north side. This year we are doing the Bob Marley at the airport parking lot behind Marian Jones.
Okay.
By Sir Barry, the statue, you know, the parking lot.
Yes, I know
right
what
there.
you're referring to, yes.
We carried there this year, so like I tell you, over 10 years I not do it on this side. There is a lot of question, people calling me and say, man, Dara, why you move it from Barzal, why you carry it there? How we can sit down? So I promise people we can have chairs and table available. We can also have rental for chairs and table.
Yeah. Well, before you move on, paint me a picture of what the event will look like, because that's an open space. Will there be like tents involved?
I have this big sound system where back up all them big show and in concert near Hyper Song.
Okay.
He's providing stage 10. The big screen. I don't have to carry my cloth out there again and thing. And,
wow.
And his system will back up the band, the DJ, everything. This one be one good treat for people. They want to get actually one of my biggest concert on a higher level. I'm telling you.
It definitely sounds more elevated.
Yeah, I have this youth, J. Cass, well known.
Yes, we are aware.
He and a band want to do a special live performance at Strictly Bob Marley music. You know, we
that
have
sounds like a treat. We love J. Cass.
Yeah, man.
Music.
I know him. I work with him at San Pedro, and when he sing, I actually tell him a song just like Bob the Son. Man, he have the voice. Really, people want to see him to another level, and I remember when then a boy hear a Rasbox song, I bring them for my Bob Marley show with guitar when they're a baby boy, you know. So I have him now with his band. I have some of the best in the business when it comes to DJ and thing, you know.
Yeah.
We charging a small fee of $15 for enter. But the way how we do it this year, it's a festival. We are start from 11 in the morning, and we have food court. We have people where they sell Rasta thing and so. That one start from 11, so you need have to cook Sunday. We have all kind of different food, including the regular rice and beans, ital food. And people could come out there from 11, purchase their Rasta thing, and the concert will start 4 the evening, and we're going until.
You know, just before we go on to some of the other details of the event, if I could make one observation and just highlight what I have observed about you over the past few years of interacting with you, Miss Dara, is how your sense of humility has always remained. I mean, you're talking about this concert coming on, which sounds like such a big deal, but I still see such humility in you, and I have to commend you for that, because aside from the work that you're doing and giving back to these children, I mean, the way you just described what people will expect, it still sounds like it's just your passion project within you.
What I do, the people then that come out and sell their food and thing is to then for them come out and make something, you know, for the event. And like I said, 4 o'clock the concert actually start, then we start charging. In the morning you could come hang out, music and they play. I want to be this year like a real festival, like actually how they do it internationally, you know.
Yes.
And like I said, $15, and if you get a ticket early and thing, you know. But otherwise, from that, what I did for excite the thing, I purchased one scooter, one cycle scooter. I pimp it and everything. Make it
how you pimp out on a scooter?
Well, I send the picture to you guys. I fix it up, make it got a Rasta color, put on some Bob Marley seating. I have some Bob Marley stickers and thing on it. I want to explain that
yes.
No, I have a sense of picture with them.
So tell me about the raffle.
All right, this cycle here, basically.
That's on the screen how it looks there.
Yeah, but then thing they could come off. If you win it, you don't have to keep them on. You understand? You could take them off, and it won't damage the bike. The stickers could come off. But I just wanted it to have the Bob Marley colors and
the theme.
The theme. That is right there. But you could purchase your ticket from me for $10, and it come with 1 year insurance, 1 year license, one helmet, and one full tanker.
You just get the key and go, as long as you got your driver's license.
And I got the bike ride home there. Sometimes I carry it out the different area for go and sell ticket, and people actually love it. They purchase and ticket and thing, but that somebody and drive off with that the day of the show, you know. I wish the person there when they win it. You don't even have to there at the show to be part of it, but we will call you live, because we have it live on Facebook and things, so people could see it. But I wish the person actually received the bike. But the bike is going the day, raffle February 8th. That's a couple of weeks Sunday.
Yes. All right. Well, Miss Dara, it's always a pleasure having you here again. Bob Marley, you know, it sounds like it's going to be a fully positive event, bringing out people, young and older. And of course,
I want to give me number 623-3662, 623-3662. You could contact that number to get your ticket for the show, ticket for the raffle, or for rent table and chairs, for have your own table and chairs for the event. We are beyond class, of course, enough tent, everything one be out there. We are nice. I just say vision it, and I know and everything I do positive, like clean music, clean vibes.
Yes.
And just
well, before we take our next break, I want to include you in our cultural phrase of the day. And I know you know good Bonnet Creole proverbs. So I want you to tell me what this means. I'm sure you've heard it before. If you play with puppy, he lick your mouth. Have you ever heard that before? If you play with puppy, he lick your mouth. What that means?
To break that down, I would put it like this. If you have a child and you know showing discipline, or like just make him feel or she like have a right to talk to you and come and say like, morning Mr. Dara, you know, just talk to you in a disrespectful way. That's how I feel that should be, and it could go any other way. Understand? For make people respect you, you have to show a level that you can't play with a child and then expect her or she figure, man. It's the respect.
All right, good. Well, this has here, when you are too familiar, you may get humiliated. All right, well, thank you so much, Mr. Dara. Always a pleasure. At this time, we take one more break, and when we come back, the next conversation is about restoring balance through massage therapy.
In the heart of the Cayo district, Cayo Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Cayo Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easier for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Cayo Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
Maras me, my data that I really need to get my Dara out today.
Really? Well, you can join our Smart Group plan.
Really? How that works?
Easy, let me tell you.
Whether it's family, friends, or your small business, we've got the perfect plan for every group. More members equals more savings, more connections. Smart group plans bring the connectivity you love to you and your circle. No one gets left behind. Explore Share One package option and add on unlimited data, calls, and SMS for the entire group for less than $50 per member. Visit any Smart showroom countrywide or email sales@speednet-wireless.com to sign up today. Smart, bringing people together.
We at Fulltech Systems understand that technology isn't just a tool, it's a game changer. At home, smart devices and AI are revolutionizing daily life. In education, tech is making learning more interactive and accessible for students and educators alike. For businesses and government, it's driving innovation, streamlining operations, and unlocking growth, leveraging tech for better services, infrastructure, and security. At Fulltech Systems, we help you thrive with cutting-edge solutions, partnering with leaders like Dell, HP, Microsoft, APC, Fortinet, Cisco, and Tomy. We deliver the right products for your needs, whether it's boosting efficiency, improving customer engagement, or scaling operations. Connect with us and let's drive innovation together. Fulltech Systems, your technology center, where you come for the price, but stay for the service.
In the heart of the Cayo district, Cayo Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Cayo Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easier for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Cayo Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
Maras me, my data that I really need to get my ARA out today.
Really? Well, you can join our Smart Group plan.
Really? How that work?
Easy, let me tell you.
Whether it's family, friends, or your small business, we've got the perfect plan for every group. More members equals more savings, more connections. Smart Group plans bring the connectivity you love to you and your circle. No one gets left behind. Explore Share One package option and add on unlimited data, calls, and SMS for the entire group for less than $50 per member. Visit any Smart showroom countrywide or email sales@speednet-wireless.com to sign up today. Smart, bringing people together.
We all know the importance of running water and proper drainage in your home. That's why we rely on a fully functional plumbing system. At Benny's, we have all the plumbing supplies and accessories you need. Our pipes, fittings, valves, and adapters are made from durable quality materials. Remember to wash your hands with clean running water from your faucet. We have kitchen and bathroom faucets in various styles and finishes. Whether for installation or maintenance, make sure to use recommended PVC cleaner, solvent, and Teflon tape to fix or prevent leaks. We also have the tools to get the job done. For all your residential, commercial, or industrial plumbing needs, shop at Benny's. Quality and savings.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
Welcome back to Open Your Eyes. This is our final conversation, and I will admit it's quite a treat for me at least. I am joined by Myrna Paul Greenidge, and she is the owner of Healing Hands. Now, in here feels very ambient right now because we're about to get into a lovely session of massage. And before we do that, I want to learn a little bit more about you, Myrna. Thank you so much for joining me at this time. Tell me a bit about Healing Hands and what you do.
Good morning, Sabrina. It's an honor to be here. Thank you very much for the invitation. Good morning, Belize. Well, as you know, massage is something that is very relaxing, and my whole purpose is to ensure that people feel healing through my hands.
Yes.
And also transmit all that good energy, because as you know, massage is very good for help you with your circulation, to ensure that your oxygen go through the bloodstream more effectively, also get rid of waste. So it helps in so many ways, so many health benefits that, you know,
Yeah.
we can do that.
Well, you know, you started off by saying that the work that you do is relaxing, but you really identified how it's healing. And I
Yes.
think that's really the focus here. A lot of times people think of getting a massage and they just think of, you know, kind of like self-care, that little treat.
Yeah, like a pampering, but no, this is actually healing, because we're bringing back to you that blood flow that has to go into the muscles to give the nutrients.
Yeah. How long
know?
have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for half an hour, but today is my debut, so thank you, Channel 5.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes,
Congratulations.
yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. My idea is to transition from corporate and business into just healing. I have always been into health and fitness, sports, so now this is my contribution.
Yeah. So really you understand how massages can help with various aspects of a healing. You mentioned being a part of fitness and wellness. So you understand what that could do for persons who might be hitting the gym regularly or bodybuilders. I understand you were also a part of the Bodybuilding Association.
I was the former president, yes, for 6 years.
Wow, that's huge.
Yes.
Now you said you also made a transition from corporate life to this fully.
Yes.
How difficult was that, or was it difficult to make this step?
Well, actually, it was a bit difficult because, you know, you always want something secure and everything, and, you know, all that comes with it. But in reality, this is the best time to start something new. It's the new year, 2026. So my hope is to be able to serve people in the comfort of their home. I know a lot of people like to go to spa and have a day at the spa, but my intention, like I said, is to bring healing. So to look at professionals, to look at persons that are retired, or persons that even with some kind of, you know, pain or so on, to relax them and to heal them.
Yes. So you mentioned that your prime service is house calls. You will be going to people's homes and doing
unavailable. They book me, and then, you know, based on availability. So day or time is not a problem.
And what are the sessions that you offer? Do you have like deep tissue, general types of massages? Can you break that down for me?
Yes, it's a Swedish massage. I did a course with the Holistic School of Massage. Shout out to Miss Lisa, the instructor, Lisa Villanueva. So.
All right, and the time frame, what are the different time frames that you can get?
Well, you can do an hour, you could do half an hour. It all depends on what you need.
All right, well, so I think I might be the prime candidate this morning for a massage. I don't think I've gotten an actual massage in about 3 or more years.
And you know, persons that work out need to have a massage. Persons that work in the office also very tense, very stressful.
Yes. So I work early mornings, late nights. I have a lot on my plate in between, and I also go to the gym. So I think I could use some freeing.
Okay, let's get into it then.
All right. So I'm gonna turn around, and this is the setup here that you would bring to the location as well.
We have this, and we also have the full bed.
Okay.
So you will put your head on the face down.
Got it.
I'm just gonna remove your hair because we will be working actually on the upper part. This is just the demonstration, and first I'm gonna warm up so that my hands don't feel too cold. And you will tell me how much pressure or how it's going. So my aim is to try to help you relax all this tension that you have over the past years. So we're gonna you tell me how is it feeling, if you're feeling any kind of pressure, or if you want more pressure or pain. How is it feeling for you?
It's fine. It's not
a lot of pressure?
No, it's not a lot of pressure.
You want more pressure?
You can go by what you think I need, and then I'll tell you if it's achy.
Okay. And usually, you know, we will do this without your blows, so. And you have a mic close to you so I can move the way I want. And we use oil to relax you and to glide, because it's important. Over the blows, it's difficult to glide, but if I were doing this massage at your home, all of this will be totally different. So I just want to make that disclaimer.
Oh, that feels so good.
I'm glad that you're enjoying it. And we won't be talking, of course, while I'm doing this, because the idea is to bring relaxation and healing to your body and to move your blood flow
Could you feel in moments that you're doing the massage areas where persons are most tense?
Yes, your shoulders are very tense right now, if I can say that. And then the idea is to massage it until we get it to a point that you feeling more relaxed. So we doing that, and we will be consulting with you as we go along during the session.
What would cause shoulders to be so tense?
Well, remember you're sitting still in front of a computer. Then of course the pressure of just being in a still position, you're not moving. There is some stress when you are exercising as well. So usually exercise is recommended for persons that are athletes to at least do a massage every week. But of course that not necessarily happen, but at least once a month. That is the recommendation.
Does built-up tensions, like the ones you just described, does that affect your posture as well?
It affects your posture, is affecting how the blood is oxygenating your muscles. Because what massage does, it will bring the blood circulation so that you can actually get more nutrients into the muscles. It actually gonna get rid of waste, because waste not only happen when you are sweating, waste also accumulates. You have the lactic acid when you are working out that you build up. That's why you have to do stretches. And part of my massage also include a version of having stretches. See, right
Do you
here.
feel those knots? I
Yeah,
feel
right
them.
here. You're right.
Oh
It
my
hurt a little
God.
bit, right?
Yes.
So the idea is it start hurting, and when we start the massage, it will hurt. And by the time we end the massage, it should be able to at least, if not completely disappear, it at least gonna be feeling more relaxed.
That's the thing about massages. They're supposed to be relaxing, but there are aspects of it that do have some level of pain.
Yes, and in those moments, I will ask you to breathe in and breathe out so that it could actually help you, a little bit more tolerant to the pain. But since you have been so long away from our hands, of course, you will feel it a little bit more.
Is it possible that you might feel a little bit sore after a massage?
Yes, it's possible. It's very possible. And that's the reason why, we have the certain oils that we use, or balms, or, just to ensure that you are, leave so sore. And that's why you shouldn't be away from massage too long. See right there.
I feel it.
Yeah. And of course, sometimes, since it's been so long since you haven't had one, it's not, I can do everything in 1 hour, right? So it might just require more sessions. How are you feeling?
Very relaxed until we get to those areas where it's like you could feel the knots. But generally, aside from just relieving tension, a lot of people take for granted what just physical touch does, how that also feels very healing. A lot of us are living our lives very isolated, and just a hug, someone touching you with the intent to, or just with presence of like positive energy, I feel like that sometimes is something that we don't really consider the impact of. So your work, I really have a lot of respect and appreciation for what you do, because you go in with intentions of hoping that your touch could bring healing.
Yes, and that is the whole idea of my practice. This blows in the way. If she had the oil and everything, in the ideal scenario, she will be good.
Well, we'll just have to book a session.
Yes, ma'am. You surely do.
Now, you mentioned that you do house calls, but imagine you get someone from out of the Belize district to have you come over. How would that work? What would be the logistics of that?
Well, we can arrange it.
Okay.
And I also am open to work with places that may need hotels or anybody that needs some assistance in that area. If you have clients in a salon and who may want a massage and you have a space, I bring my tables and we can work it from there, no?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very open when it comes to who I'm offering it to and
oh my God,
where.
that feels so good.
I mean, that's one of the reasons why you also do it at home, because there are not much people going at your own home, in the comfort of your own home. Imagine you come out of work and somebody just come and relax you at home. That'll be ideal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm playing in your hair, then you don't have to worry about hurry, go and brush it.
Yeah, like someone working on
back.
TV, right?
Yeah.
Having to fix their hair, but this feels really, really good. What are your price ranges for your sessions? I know it may involve the logistics as well of moving, but generally, how much does it cost for your
Well,
sessions?
let me tell you that in terms of price, I want to say is comparative to anybody else,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, it will be a one-on-one basis, and we have to work with people and where people economy is right now.
Yes.
And of course, you will have the candle, and you will have the songs and the oils, and so it's a whole therapy. It's not just relaxation,
Well, Myrna, this has been such a beautiful experience. I can sit here all day, but I do believe that Paul might be getting a little bit jealous, and
I know, right? I see even Abu behind the camera.
Yes. Oh yes, because he was a bodybuilder as well.
Yes.
I am getting a bit jealous, if I can say so. Sabrina, you look like you are enjoying this relaxation. Don't mind it ramping up your hair on TV.
That's fine.
That's fine?
Yeah.
This is the only time it's okay for her hair to be messed up on live television. So you must be a miracle worker to have her okay with doing that.
Wow.
I'm sure.
Excellent.
Myrna.
What do you have to say, Sam?
Myrna, can I give
Be
you
honest.
a hug?
Be
Oh my
honest.
goodness, wait, let me just
Yeah.
I feel like you relieved a lot of the tensions that I knew I expected to be felt in my shoulders. Like I mentioned, I haven't received any type of massage in such a long time. But that aside, I think just knowing that you went in with the intention of just touching with care, that's also something that I appreciate as well. The head massages were amazing too. I really wish that I had more of the right setting, to be able to feel the oil and the sliding better. But still with that, you were able to touch on some of the tension areas, like on my shoulder blades and whatnot, and I felt that for sure. This is definitely something I would recommend to not only people my age with my type of work schedule, whatever I'm doing, but even older persons as well.
Yes, people that are retired and so on.
Before we invite you off set, how can people reach out to you?
My contact number, I believe that I also have my business card. There is on the screen.
There it is.
673-3187. I also have an email address where they can reach me. So,
yes. All right, so you could head on over to Healing Hands, contact them, and get your fix. Thank you so much for your time, Miss
Thank you as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, we
And at
invite
this
you.
time, sorry?
Yes, we're
Yes.
getting rid of you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
And
No
at this
problem.
time, we do have to wrap things up. It has been a wonderful, wonderful morning. I know, I feel it.
Yeah.
I don't even feel like I need to speak loudly anymore. I just feel so calm.
Yes, so we're gonna wind down the show calmly, right?
Yes. For anyone who is celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you'd like to give a birthday shout out, or if you have any questions, comments,
or concerns,
you can send us an email at oye@greaterbelize.com.
Yes, you could also catch us live on Facebook every weekday morning at Open Your Eyes BZ.
Also,
and on Instagram.
On Instagram, that is OYE Belize. You can even call us or text us on our OYE phone number.
That is
675-2555. But please,
do us a favor and join us tomorrow for What the Friday.
When you open your eyes
and start your morning right.
Until then, keep your eyes, your minds,
and your hearts open.
Have a wonderful Thursday, Belize. We will catch you tomorrow. Bye.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank, our country, your bank, and Smart, bringing people together.